Alright, so just following up here on my Slipstream event I just went to. I've had the car back now for, what's it been, 2 months now? No issues at all. Put over, I think, 2,000 miles on the car since. Um, Ran great. Uh, I'll break down a couple of my passes. I put some up on previous videos. I don't know what happened to the B&W video, but it froze and broke, so I'll just do a quick rundown of what I did here. So the first pass of the day was my second lowest setting. I just wrote some notes here. So it's an HKS 1000 plus Slipstream. They moved it to 1700 1760 feet this year versus the old 1600. So basically that makes it a true third mile. So it gives it some kind of standard, base. So it was 50 degrees out. This was my map 2 setting on HKS 1000 plus. You can see the start speed of 68.3 miles an hour. And see my total speed of 172.28, which was really impressive because my goal was 175, 180 was a stretch, I thought, even for like my high map. So I was really happy with this time, and I knew it was going to go over 175 when I saw this. So then that leads to the next pass. So we had an issue right before I was about to go run the car. Some Mustang took out the starting beam. I don't know how you hit a starting beam when you have 20 yards on each side, so still confused on that. So basically that led to the start mile an hour not working for the remainder of the day. So this was HKS 1000 plus map 3. I had a 200-pound passenger in the car, more than a half tank of gas the whole entire time, 50-degree temperature. So if you look at the start speed, it reads 0 because the beams don't work at the beginning now. So what I did was I actually pulled the log up I logged every pass on my map 2. It read 68 to a T. Same start time, same everything. It actually read 68. So I started the same mile an hour. So I had the log to reference that. It went to 176.05. So the difference between my 2 and 3 is roughly about 110 wheel horsepower difference. So it shows you how hard. So it's only a 4 mile an hour gain, if that, but I did have a passenger in the car, so you got to reference that. So let's just call it a 5-6 mile an hour gain for 100 wheel horsepower at this power level. So it's crazy. So it tells you what the difference is between like a 170 car and a 175 and a 180. It tells you how big of a difference that actually is. So I finished at 176. And then the last pass of the day, I turned it up, went by myself. And if you saw my previous video, you probably saw this already, but HKS 1000 plus, map 4, 50 degrees, 68 mile an hour start to a T again. So it doesn't go to decimal, so I don't know how 68 what. It went 184.72, which is insane. I didn't even think I was going to hit 180, to be honest. So I kind of wanted to stop there and finish on top. So of like 130 to 150 cars at the event, mine was the third fastest, first being a T1 built. I think it was an Alpha 16 with a drag pack and the Aero wing and all that crazy stuff. So that went 201. And then second was another Procon built car that went 197 on their mild boost setting, and that went 197. So it was pretty sweet. And then mine was the third fastest at 185. So just to put a reference to it, a lot of cars that make, like if you have a 6-speed car and you weigh anywhere from 3,000 to 3,000 500 pounds as a car. It's hard to achieve anything over like 181, 180. So it's pretty impressive that it did 184. Obviously, if in auto, it's a little, you don't lose the momentum when you shift, and it helps you out a little bit. But I was completely blown away that it went that fast. I was amazed. Like, I couldn't believe it. So, it's just crazy. And then on top of that, I drove the car there on the highway, everything, whatever. I drove an hour and a half there, hour and a half back, raced it, no issues. Hands down the fastest car without a trailer, which is pretty cool. So, everyone's term of street car is a little different, but I mean, I consider a car, if you can drive it an hour and a half to an event, race, hour and a half home, that's pretty, the hell is that? That's a bug. That's pretty impressive. So, yeah, so there's a lot of cool things coming up for the car in the next coming weeks, and I got a lot of cool races lined up, and I'm actually going to try to make a trip out to Ohio to do a streetcar takeover sometime in June, so should be pretty sweet. I'm pretty, I can't say enough about how cool, if you've been following my channel for a while, I've had ZR1s, Evos, nothing compares to a GTR in my eyes as far as a true street car being as dominant as it is. So, and my local pump failed, so I got to drive far to get gas now. It sucks. So that's why I have so many containers. So, yeah, so I'll try to keep posting up. I keep saying I'm going to put more videos up, but I keep forgetting. So, clearly failing here. But that was my Slipstream event. And if you guys got any questions, just write in the comments below and I can answer them. As far as like any build questions or something like that. Anything. So if you can, just like, subscribe, share, help me out. So, cool. All right.